My name is Joy, and for 10 years, I built the most successful bakery in Lekki. People came from Aja, from Victoria Island, even from Abuja, just to taste my chocolate cake. They called it heaven cake because one bite made you forget all your problems. But success has a price. And mine was a woman named Tina who hated me for reasons I never understood until it was almost too late. This is the story of how jealousy tried to kill me and how my clean hands became my shield. But before I tell you how it ended, you need to know how it started. You need to know about the day Tina walked into my shop with a smile and a plan to destroy everything I loved. I opened Joy's Bakery when I was 25. I had nothing. No rich parents. No connections. Just a recipe my grandmother taught me before she died, and a dream that refused to let me sleep. I started small, baking from my one-room apartment in Surulere, selling door to door. My feet knew every street in that neighborhood. Some people slammed doors in my face. Others bought one cake and never came back. But some people tasted my cake, and their eyes went wide. "What did you put in this?" they would ask. "Love," I always said. "And butter." They laughed, but it was true. I poured everything into those cakes, my hope, my prayers, my grandmother's memory. And slowly, people started talking. Within 2 years, I had saved enough to rent a small shop. Within 5 years, I had moved to a bigger space in Lekki. Within 10 years, Joy's Bakery was the place everyone wanted to be. I had 12 workers. We made cakes, chin-chin, small chops, meat pies, everything. But the chocolate cake was still the star. We sold over 50 cakes every single day. People called me lucky. They said I had favor. They whispered that maybe I used something beyond baking powder. I just smiled and kept working. My grandmother had told me something before she died. She held my hand, her fingers thin and weak, and said, "Joy, listen to me. In this life, keep your heart clean. Work hard. Treat people well. If you do this, no evil will touch you."
I was only 15 then.
I didn't fully understand, but I remembered. Tina showed up on a Monday morning. I was in the bakery checking inventory when she walked in. She was beautiful, tall, light-skinned, wearing an expensive dress and heels that clicked on the floor. "Good morning," she said, flashing a bright smile. "You must be Joy."
Yes.
"How can I help you? I've heard so much about this place. Everyone talks about your chocolate cake. I had to come see for myself." I smiled. "Thank you. Would you like to try a slice?" "Actually, I'd like to order a big cake. My daughter's birthday is next week. I want the best." "We'll take care of you," I said. She ordered a 3-layer chocolate cake with custom decorations. She paid a deposit and left her number. Before she walked out, she turned back. "I'm Tina, by the way. I think we're going to be good friends." I smiled. "I hope so." I had no idea she was already planning my downfall. Tina became a regular customer. She came every week, sometimes twice. She bought cakes, chin-chin, meat pies. She complimented everything. She asked questions about my recipes, about my life, about how I started. I answered honestly. I had nothing to hide. "You're so blessed," she said one afternoon, sitting in my shop. "Look at this place. Look at all these customers. You've really made it." "God has been faithful," I replied. "Do you ever worry someone might try to copy you?" I paused. The question felt strange. "Not really. There's room for everyone." Tina smiled, but something about it felt cold. "You're too nice, Joy. Not everyone thinks like you." I laughed it off. But looking back now, that was the moment I should have paid attention. 2 months after Tina became my customer, something strange happened. A new bakery opened 3 streets away from mine. The owner's name was Tina. When I heard, My heart sank. Not because of competition, I believed in fair business, but because she had never mentioned it. She had been coming to my shop, asking questions, watching how I worked, all while planning to open her own place. My assistant, Blessing, was angry. "That woman is a snake," Blessing said. "She used you. She was spying." "Maybe she just wants to make money too," I said, trying to stay calm. "Joy, you're too soft. She copied your cake. She copied your packaging. She even copied your colors." It was true. Her bakery looked almost exactly like mine. Even the name, Tina's Sweet Treats, sounded similar. But I refused to be bitter. "Let her do her business," I said. "We'll do ours." Blessing shook her head. "You'll see. That woman is not normal." At first, Tina's bakery struggled. People tried her cakes, but they weren't the same. They looked good, but the taste was off. Customers came back to my shop complaining. "We tried that new place," they said, "but nothing beats Joy's cake." I didn't celebrate their failure. I just kept working. But Tina wasn't accepting defeat. One evening, a man came to my shop. He was short, nervous, wearing a dirty shirt. He asked for me specifically. "I need to talk to you," he said quietly. We went to the back. He looked around like he was scared. "My name is Chitty. I used to work for Tina." My chest tightened. "Okay. She sent me to spy on you. She wanted me to watch your shop, see what time you open, what you do, who your suppliers are. She even asked me to try to get a job here, so I could steal your recipes." I stared at him, speechless. "I refused," Chitty continued. "That's why she fired me. But I'm telling you now because that woman is dangerous. She's obsessed with destroying you." "Why?" I whispered. "I don't know. But she talks about you all the time. She says you don't deserve your success. She says she should be the one on top." He left after that. I stood in the back room, shaking. Blessing found me there. "What's wrong?" I told her everything. Her face went dark. I knew it. That woman is evil. "What do I do?" "You pray. And you watch your back." Things got worse. Tina started spreading lies. She told people my cakes were made with expired ingredients. She said I used cheap materials and charged high prices. She even claimed I was rude to customers. None of it was true, but lies spread faster than truth. Some of my customers started asking questions. Some stopped coming. My sales dropped a little. I wanted to fight back. I wanted to defend myself. But something in me said to stay quiet. "Let your work speak," my grandmother's voice echoed in my mind.
So I did.
I kept baking. I kept smiling. I kept treating every customer like family. And slowly, the truth won. People realized Tina was lying. They came back. Some even apologized. But Tina wasn't done. One night, I was closing the shop when a woman I didn't know walked in. She was older, maybe in her 50s, wearing a wrapper and headscarf. "Are you Joy?" she asked. "Yes." "I came to warn you. Someone is planning something bad against you." My heart raced. "Who?" "I don't know her name, but I saw her at a native doctor's place. She brought your photo. She was asking for something to destroy your business." I felt cold. "How do you know this?" "I was there too. I went for my own problem. I heard everything. She said she wants your customers to stop coming. She wants your bakery to fail." "What did the native doctor give her?" The woman shook her head. "I don't know, but I felt bad for you. You look like a good person. That's why I came to tell you." She left before I could thank her properly. I locked the shop and went home, terrified. Blessing wanted me to go to the police. My pastor said to pray. My friends told me to confront Tina, but I remembered my grandmother's words. "Keep your heart clean." No evil will touch you. I decided to do nothing but pray and keep working. A week later, something strange happened at Tina's bakery. Her customers started getting sick. Not all of them, just the ones who ate her chocolate cake. They got stomach pain, vomiting, diarrhea. It was bad. Within 2 days, everyone knew. Health inspectors came. They found nothing wrong with her kitchen, but people were too scared to go back. Her bakery became empty. Meanwhile, my shop got busier. People who had tried her place came back, apologizing, buying more than before. Tina came to my shop one afternoon. She looked terrible, tired, angry, desperate. "This is your fault," she hissed. I was shocked. "What?" "You did something to me. You used something." "Tina, I don't know what you're talking about. My business is dying, and yours is growing. That's not a coincidence." "Maybe people just prefer my cakes," I said calmly. Her face twisted with rage. "You think you're better than me? You think you're special? I think I work hard and treat people well. That's all." She stormed out. I should have felt victorious, but I only felt sad. Tina didn't give up. She tried again. This time, she hired thugs to vandalize my shop. They came at night, broke my windows, destroyed my sign, poured paint on the walls. I arrived the next morning to chaos. My workers were crying.
Customers were shocked.
But something strange happened. Before I could even call the police, people started showing up. My customers. My neighbors. People I had served over the years. They brought brooms. They brought paint. They brought money. "We're not going to let anyone destroy this place," one man said. Within hours, the shop was cleaned. Within days, it looked better than before. And our sales doubled. People wanted to support us. They wanted to show Tina that evil doesn't win. But Tina had one more plan. And this one almost worked. 2 weeks after the vandalism, my bakery caught fire. It was midnight. I was at home when Blessing called, screaming,
"Joy!"
"The shop is burning." I grabbed my car keys and drove like I was flying. When I got there, flames were everywhere. The fire service was there, but it was too late. By morning, Joy's bakery was ashes. I stood there, numb. 10 years of work.
Gone.
Blessing cried.
My workers cried.
My customers came and cried with me. But I didn't cry. I just stood there, staring at the ruins, and I smiled. Because I knew exactly who did it. And I knew something else too. This wasn't the end. The police found evidence quickly. Security cameras from a nearby shop caught someone pouring fuel around my bakery at 2 a.m. The person wore a hood, but you could see the body shape. It was a woman. They arrested Tina 3 days later. She denied everything at first. Then she broke down and confessed. "I hired someone to do it," she said. "I just wanted her business to stop. I didn't think it would burn everything."
She cried.
She begged. She said she was sorry. The police wanted to charge her. My lawyer said we could sue for damages. Everyone wanted me to destroy her the way she tried to destroy me. But I remembered my grandmother's words. And I remembered something else she said. Revenge is heavy. Forgiveness is freedom. I dropped the charges. People were shocked. Blessing was angry. Even my pastor asked if I was sure. "I'm sure," I said. "Let her go." Tina was released. She came to see me the next day, her eyes red and swollen. "Why?" she asked. "Why did you let me go?" "Because I'm not you," I said simply. "I don't win by destroying people." She cried harder. "I'm so sorry, Joy. I don't even know why I hated you so much. I couldn't stand watching you succeed while I struggled." "You didn't struggle because of me," I said gently. "You struggled because you were focused on me instead of your own work." She nodded, still crying. I've lost everything. My bakery is closed. No one trusts me. My name is ruined. Then start over. But this time, do it right. She looked at me like I was speaking another language. You can still build something good, I continued, but not by tearing others down. Build by lifting yourself up. She left quietly. I never saw her again. Rebuilding was hard. I had insurance, but it wasn't enough. I had to borrow money. I had to start from scratch again, just like when I was 25. But this time, I wasn't alone. My customers raised money for me. They organized a fundraiser and collected over 2 million naira. Strangers who had heard my story sent donations. A businessman I had once baked a cake forgave me a shop rent-free for 6 months. You helped me celebrate my daughter's wedding, he said. Now let me help you celebrate your comeback. I cried that day. Not from sadness. From gratitude. Within 3 months, Joy's bakery was open again. It was smaller than before. We couldn't afford all the fancy equipment yet, but it didn't matter. On opening day, the lines stretched around the block. People came not just for the cake. They came to support. They came to show that good people don't finish last. I stood behind the counter, wearing my apron, smiling at every face. And for the first time in months, I felt whole again. 6 months later, something unexpected happened. A TV producer reached out to me. We want to feature your story, she said. The woman who forgave the person who burned down her business. It's powerful. People need to hear it. I was hesitant. I didn't want attention. I just wanted to bake. But Blessing convinced me. Your story can help people, Joy. Let them hear it. So I agreed. The episode aired on a popular morning show. They interviewed me, showed footage of the old bakery, the fire, the rebuilding. They talked about forgiveness, about starting over, about keeping your heart clean even when life is dirty. The response was overwhelming. My phone didn't stop ringing. People from all over Nigeria wanted to order cakes. Companies wanted to partner with me. A publisher wanted me to write a book. Within a year, Joy's Bakery became a franchise. We opened 3 more locations, one in Abuja, one in Port Harcourt, one in Ibadan. I hired 50 people. Many of them were young girls like I used to be, with dreams and no money. I remembered what it felt like to start with nothing, so I gave them a chance. But the most surprising thing happened 2 years after the fire. I was at the main bakery in Lekki when a woman walked in. She looked familiar, but I couldn't place her. Then she spoke. Hello, Joy. It was Tina. She looked completely different. Her hair was natural. She wore simple clothes. Her face was softer, humbler. My workers tensed. Blessing moved closer to me protectively. But Tina raised her hands. I'm not here to cause trouble. I just came to say thank you. For what? I asked carefully. For not destroying me when you had the chance. For showing me mercy I didn't deserve. She pulled out a small package and handed it to me. Inside was a handmade card and a check for 50,000 naira. I know it's not much, she said, but it's all I can afford right now. I wanted to pay back some of what I took from you. I stared at the check. Tina, you don't have to. I do. You could have put me in jail. You could have sued me for everything. But you let me go. You gave me a second chance. Her voice cracked. After everything, I went back to my village. I stayed with my mother. I started baking again, but this time I did it right. No shortcuts. No trying to copy anyone. Just me, my own recipes, my own effort. And I ask softly, it's working. Slowly. I have a small shop now. Nothing like yours. But it's honest. And I'm proud of it. Tears filled her eyes. I wasted so much time hating you. And all that time, You were just being yourself. You weren't my enemy. I was my own enemy. I stepped forward and hugged her. She broke down completely, sobbing on my shoulder. When she finally pulled away, she whispered, "I'm sorry. For everything. I forgave you a long time ago," I said. "Now you need to forgive yourself." She nodded, wiping her tears. Before she left, she turned one more time. "Joy, can I ask you something?" "Of course." "How did you do it? How did everything I tried to destroy you just bounce back? Even the fire, even the lies. Nothing stuck to you." I smiled. "My grandmother told me something when I was young. She said, 'Keep your heart clean, work hard, treat people well. If you do this, no evil will touch you.'" Tina listened quiet. I didn't understand it back then. I continued, "But now I do. It's not magic. It's not luck. It's protection that comes from living right. When your hands are clean, God becomes your shield." Tina nodded slowly. "I wish someone had told me that." "I'm telling you now," I said gently. "It's not too late." She smiled, a real, genuine smile, and left. I never saw her again. But months later, I heard she was doing well. Her bakery was growing. She was helping other women start small businesses. People change if you give them the chance. 5 years later, Joy's Bakery was a household name. We had 10 locations across Nigeria. We employed over 200 people. We supplied cakes to events, corporations, even government functions. But I never forgot where I started. Every week, I went back to Surulere. I visited the neighborhood where I used to sell door to door. I gave free cakes to the people who gave me a chance when I had nothing. I also started a foundation. We trained young people in baking and small business. We gave them startup money. We helped them the way I wish someone had helped me. One day, a young girl came to my office. She was 16, thin, with fire in her eyes. "My name is Peace," she said. "I want to be like you." "Why?" I asked. "Because you didn't let people break you. You kept going even when everything was burning. I need to learn how to do that." I smiled. "Sit down. Let me tell you a story." And I told her everything. About starting with nothing. About Tina. About the fire. About forgiveness. About protection that comes from a clean heart. She listened, her eyes wide. When I finished, she asked, "So the secret is just being good?" "The secret," I said, "is being true. Work hard. Stay honest. Treat people well. And when bad things happen, and they will, don't let them make you bad too." She nodded slowly. "Can you teach me?" "I'll do better than that," I said. "I'll hire you." She became my assistant. And years later, she opened her own bakery. The cycle continued.